Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy Pup. We're back for the ICP semifinals. Last week we had a great game against Grum that almost went terrible on the first turn, but luckily we were able to scrape by in that one. And this week we continue our redemption arc against the coaches that we lost to in the regular season, facing off against Onesie Bennett. Their team is pictured here with the team that I have brought for this game. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This is a really bad matchup for me. It's going to be tough to win it because, for one, Meowscarada is just really good into me. So is Tink, so is Iron Moth, so is Aloe, so is Kong, so is Snorlax, so is Haxorus. Everything is really good into me, and Onesie is just an incredible opponent. So we have a really uphill battle, but I'm bringing some super fun stuff to try to take care of it. But yeah, just looking at their team at first, Meowscarada outruns everything on my team except for Talonflame and just absolutely destroys it. Iron Moth can be really nasty too with booster speed to outrun everything, and it has great coverage for me if we do see that. Tinkaton is hard for me to take out because, like, yes, I have a Lando, yes, I have a Talonflame, but those guys, I mean, I assume we're going to see Shucka or Air Balloon on it. And Talonflame just doesn't hit as hard as it needs to against that guy. Really hard for me to not lose to Haxorus as well because it swept us with the Dragon Dance in the last game. But let's get over what I'm bringing. Our guaranteed lead in this game is going to be Hatterene. With the Babiri Berry, we always take a hit from the Tinkaton. Now, I really wanted to be Custat Berry because if they don't have any attack investment, then their Gigaton would never kill. But if they are attack invested, which is a likelihood in this game because they could Ice Hammer my Lando, they could play rough Keldeo, do all that fun stuff. So I had to go for this. But we're always just clicking Mystical Fire versus them on the lead. If we do see Meowscarada lead, I also am probably just going to Mystical Fire it because they're either going to Triple Axle or Flower Trick or like U-turn out into Tink, something like that. A Mystical Fire should be able to 2-hit KO Tinkaton if they're max HP and defensive, not especially defensive, which I think defensive makes a little bit more sense in this game to try to counter my Ogerpon a little bit. So that's what we're going for. We also have Trick Room. If we don't see Snorlax, then that is just the better click on turn one, just in case they want to get their rocks up on me, which they can with the Mold Breaker ability if they run that instead of like Air Balloon with Pickpocket, which I think is another likelihood. Yeah, Psyshock and Dazzling Gleam also handle a lot of other stuff on their team. Psyshock especially is really nice because I do expect to see an Assault Vest on the Alomomola. And we're going to try to take care of Alomomola with our next Pokemon on the team, Keldeo, running the Resolute form for the first time because it gets Secret Sword, which hits on the physical side instead of special. I think we're going to see AV. I think it makes a lot of sense, and we're weakness policy. So what we're going to try to do is we're going to Trailblaze on that Aloe coming in. I can Trailblaze twice if I want. I think they're going to be AV with like Play Rough or Zen Headbutt. I think Play Rough is just a little bit better into my team. And then we're going to get +2 speed, and we're going to have +2 special attack, and I'm just going to blow them back with Secret Swords. And hopefully we'll be able to do that. We have Vacuum Wave for like Choice Scarf Meowscarada, and we should be able to outrun everything on their team after one of those Trailblazes and just absolutely smoke through everything on their side after the weakness policy boost. So hopefully that'll be able to work for us. If it doesn't, it is what it is, but we should be able to break down a lot with that. Next up is our Landorus with the Choice Scarf. I do expect their Meowscarada to be Choice Scarf, but in the rare scenario it's not, and this Pokemon absolutely bodies their team. Earth Power is so free versus them if they don't have Mesprit or like Air Balloon. And then U-turn destroys Meowscarada. Does not one-shot it because we're timid and not like physically invested, but does a lot. Focus Blast, good for Snorlax, good for Tink, good for Meowscarada. Sludge Wave, good for Meowscarada. Are you seeing a trend? And can also just help us be a nice neutral click into a lot of stuff on their team. Maybe could have gone with like Psychic on the set, but I think it's a little bit safer to lock into Sludge Wave versus a lot of stuff that they have on their squad. So yeah, just max speed, max special attack. We speed tie with the Thundurus if they end up bringing Choice Scarf, although I don't think that Pokemon will come to this game. Next up, we have our Ogerpon Cornerstone. We are max HP, max speed, and no attack investment, just because I want to try to live the hits from them a little bit better. Live stuff like Specs, Iron Moth, attacks. Obviously, we do have Sturdy, but it'd be nice if we could live a little bit longer. We can eat some hits from Aloe, eat some hits from Mesprit, Snorlax, deal with a little bit of their bulkier stuff. And always Encore. I do think like a Curse Snorlax or anything like that could make a lot of sense. I think T-Wave or Rocks Mesprit makes a lot of sense. So being able to Encore that's really nice. with spikes of our own, and then we Ivy Cudgel through their entire team. Even with no investment, we have like 120 base attack or something like that, so it does a lot of damage to everything on their squad. Spike Shield is also pretty nice because I can get a lot of chip down on that Meowscarada if they are Choice Scarf or Choice Band, which is another option for them, or if they just don't have another attacking move, and we have to, just get a bunch of damage on it throughout the game. I think this Pokemon can do a lot in this game, but it is hindered by Conk, it is hindered by Meowscarada, which can OHKO us with Triple Axle, it is hindered by the Tinkaton, so I have to get rid of those 3 Pokemon first. And then next up is a really fun Pokemon I haven't brought all season, but I promised I would. We got our GUMSHOOS here. With a Custat Berry, we have max HP, which means a Meowscarada like Triple Axle or Flower Trick should be able to bring us down to that Custat Berry. And then we are in a good position versus them because we can just get 1 free hit off. If we're going to die, I can Giga Impact. Or if it's at the very end of the game, I can always just click Giga Impact to get a lot of damage. But we have Double Edge, which will do more damage to me, but it also can end up bringing us into that Custat Berry range if we are not already down there. Earthquake for the Iron Moth, obviously, and the Facade in case we get burned or T-Waved or anything like that. We just do massive amounts of damage to them with adaptability, and this Pokemon can absolutely do a ton of work to their squad. And then last but certainly not least is our Talonflame here. This Pokemon can go crazy too because it also takes advantage of their Alomomola. I have Acrobatics, Flare Blitz, Roost, Bulk Up with the Weakness Policy. So the idea is that I bring this thing out on the Aloe, or maybe they bring the Aloe out on me. I bulk up as they flip turn out. I get to +3 attack, +1 defense, and then I just click Acrobatics versus their team. Very, very free. They have very few Pokemon that can actually one-shot me at that point. I do have to worry about a Choice Scarfed Power Gem Meowscarada, which I think is decently likely in this game. But everything else, I mean, basically can't kill me after that. And we just like straight up knock stuff out with Acrobatics. We're just faster than everything on their squad, so we are put into a really good position. If we can get a couple more bulk ups, then we can certainly sweep through their team with Acrobatics, even at the very beginning of the game. But that's going to be my team. I'm bringing out all the stops. I really want this. This would be a great win to have under my belt, and we could go to finals here, so I hope that happens. I hope you guys do enjoy the ICP content. Please be sure to leave a like and subscribe, but let's get straight to the game. All right, we are here facing off against 1Z Bonnet semifinals. They did bring Aloe, which I expected. No Thundy, which is nice. I didn't expect it to come, but it could have been an issue. Tink is here, which makes sense. They did not bring Conk. Okay, so no Conk. They bring Haxorus over that, and that's what I expected. We're just gonna lead with Hatterene every time. That's my designated lead in this game. Really, I mean, okay, I can't click Trick Room versus them, unfortunately. And if they get their hazards up with Tink, that's tough. Meowscarada is really hard for me to beat. I'm gonna really have to work around that. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna really try to make it happen here. I really want this game. It's a incredibly tough matchup, and I've spent so much time on it this week. Oh man, whew. Let's see what can happen here, man. Let's see. I do see Tink. That's fine. I do see Tink. I assume we see rocks here. They're Air Balloon. Awesome. Good to know. I will just click Mystical Fire every time. We might see the rock move come out as well, the Stone Edge here, or Rock Slide. I think makes a lot of sense. They just Gigaton, that's fine. And they don't even do half with that, so I could have been the Colbur or the Custat Berry set. Unfortunate, but we do 50% there. Get the special attack drop, does not matter. But the Air Balloon being gone is great. And I will just click it once more. Every single time here, they can choose to get their hazards up, or they can choose to knock me out. Or I guess they can't Gigaton me again, so they probably can't knock me out here. They can swap out if they want. But I like this position, because I keep them from getting up the hazards in this early game. They do withdraw, that's fine. What do we do? What do we see here? Maybe Snorlax? Yep, we do see Snorlax. That's fine with me. Get the special attack drop. I kind of like the hard GUMSHOOS play here. I kind of do. If they're cursed, this can be scary because Psyshock is not doing a crazy amount to them. But then Keldeo Secret Sword should pick up a KO after Psyshock damage. So I'm just going to Psyshock. We do have a little bit of speed investment to outrun them. And yeah, we do a decent amount there. We do see Curse. Okay. So Snorlax is +1/+1. Body Slam, honestly, probably doesn't even knock me out here. I think, like, low-key Keldeo might knock you out. It probably won't at +1. But Landers with Focus Blast definitely would. Maybe not. Landers might not. I mean, I can go Ogerpon. I can click Encore if you want to go for it again. That's totally fine with me. I think Ogerpon's just the play. Because if you Curse again, it's just free Encore. And if you attack me, it's no big deal. Yeah, you do just rest. Okay. That's fine. Resto Chesto? If not, I mean, even if you are, we just Encore, I think. You are Resto Chesto, so we pop the Chesto early. Beautiful. And this is, like, very telegraphed Encore here, but I'm going to go for it. Because if they don't think about Encore here, it just puts me in a tough position. If I'm at Encore, I'm going to get up a Spike, I'm going to do everything. They have a tough time going out to Meow here, in my opinion. But they could. Meow is the one thing that really threatens me on this spot. But yeah, we just clicked Encore. And I could Cudgel afterwards. I also could double out to like a Talonflame. Beautiful. That is beautiful for me. I love to see that. And like Spikes would be super nice in this game because we don't see Mesprit as well. But I really want to go out to this guy. Well, we probably see Tink come back out, right? And if Tink comes out, then I just get a free Flare Blitz off. So I'm going to do that. We're going to double out to Talonflame. And I like how I've played this so far. Glad we got the Encore on their rest. Glad we got that going. So we're going to switch. I think Talonflame is the right play here, because I'm pretty sure we see Tinkaton. Yep, they withdraw. Show me Tink. Show me Tink. And it makes me happy. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. And I just freely Flare Blitz this guy. If they want to go back up to Snorlax, like, they could. They definitely could choose to do that. I could also bulk up in that scenario. I will just Flare Blitz. Are they thick fat Snorlax? Because if they are, they just go back out to it. H2O, no. Okay, this is fine. Aloe comes out. We get the Flare Blitz off. Doesn't do very much. We do get a burn. That is nice. That is really good here. We damage recoil. They take some burn. Okay, my play here is to always bulk up. I just bulk up. I'm weakness policy. And if they flip turn, then I'm in a great spot. So we're going to be +1 defense, +1 attack. Show it to me. We do see flip turn, so no more policy. That is so good for me. So now we have acrobatics versus them, which just looks so incredible versus their team. Like, Snorlax will not die, but it'll take 1 billion from it. So we completely break through that Pokemon. I could even bulk up again, if I'm going to be honest. Because I don't think I died to any one attack. If we see Meow, they can be Scarf Power Gem. But if they do that, then that's fine. They do go Snorlax. Okay. I want to check on Snorlax. Obviously, you get some sort of rock move. Rock Slide is their best rock move. If they're max attack adamant, it's Rock Slide. After another bulk up, they do 82.1 maximum. That's 244. I can't really risk that. I think it's just got to be acrobatics. But based on the damage that we did earlier, they're not max attack adamants. So really, they're never killing me. And if we are +4, then I have a chance to knock them out with Acro. I'm going to bulk up again. I will bulk up again on them. And the way they don't go out to Meow makes me feel like they're not choiced. We see Body Slam. This is okay. No Para is huge. And now we just Acro. This has a chance to knock you out. They live. That's fine. Body Slam. No Para. No Para. No Para. No Para. Dang it, man. Dang it, man. Okay. Acro is just free versus their team. I'll just go for it. They can't even bring Tink in for free on it. But they get me there. If we got the roll, then I think I would have 6-0'd them, potentially. We do get the Acro, so Snorlax is down, which is huge for my squad. Absolutely huge. Trading Talonflame for that is no big deal. Also, if we got a burn on them, it would have been really nice, too. Because after the first Body Slam, the burn would have taken them out. Or like the 2 ticks of burn with the Acro. That would have been so nice. They go out to Iron Moth. I'm just going to Acrobatics. They do not show Booster. I'm just sacking this Pokemon off. Just completely sacking this guy. They might be choice specs. So, Iron Moth. So, there's no Booster. No Booster. They need to Sludge Wave. Fire Dance might be able... Fire Dance does knock me out from here. If they're just timid. Which is unforked. But that's okay. They just Sludge Wave. That's fine. And I can go freely out to Ogerpon here. I can go very freely into Ogre. They're Life Orb. Okay. Lorb. I could even go Keldeo. And Keldeo, I never die to a Dazzling Gleam from Life Orb Iron Moth here, and I get a Trailblaze up, and that puts me in a good position. I can also just go out to Landorus and claim one. What do we do here? Because if I go Ogerpon, it kind of invites in the Tank. Alright, we're going to go for the second weakness policy here. I never die to Life Orb. And I get my Trailblaze boost off. We always get the Trailblaze off here. I'd love it if they went Aloe. If they went Aloe on this turn, that would be great too. Because I get to see a little bit more of their set and get a lot of damage. They Energy Ball, we should live this. What? We die? Come on, man. That's so much in my favor to live. That is so much in my favor to live. That's so unfortunate. Okay. If I go Lando, it just brings them Aloe. I threw, man. I threw. If we live that, I think I just win, though. Okay, we Cudgel. Man. No. With my investment, it's like 12.5% chance to kill there. And they can't, well, they could have been modest. If they're modest there, then it is what it is. They do withdraw, probably Tink. Man. Yeah, we do see Tink. Unfortunate. Yeah, Cudgel's never knocking them out again because I have no investment. It might. It honestly might. It's worth going for. Especially if I get the crit. If I get the crit here, we could definitely be okay. And GUMSHOOS is going to have to pick up some slack here, for sure. Wish I had my ruler, but new computer. They live. That's fine. That's okay. They get Stealth Rocks up. No biggie. That is no biggie. because another one is just totally free. We'll just cudgel. And we knock you out. This can be kind of scary if Haxorus ends up coming out here. Because Haxorus Dragon Dance. I lost my priority. I might just lose to that. So I'm Scarf Lando, though. So they have to get up to +2. Yeah, I actually should be fine. Haxorus takes so much from Earth Power. Yeah. It's really the Aloe that's in the way right now. Daichi, Meowscarada. Okay, I'm just going to Spiky Shield on this turn. Get a little bit of information about them. I'm assuming we see Triple Axel come out here. Because Triple Axel is just so good into my team. What are we going to see? They're taking their time thinking about it. What are they on this? Are they like full special or something? I don't know. Because if I was able to get a hit off on this guy, that would be huge. I don't knock them out unless I get the crit. We just spiky. Let's see. Do they Axel? They U-turn. Okay. So Protean activates. I don't know if they're going to be choiced. They do take damage, though, which makes me feel like they're choiced. That definitely makes me feel like they're choiced. Cudgel is very free, so I'm going to Cudgel. They do U-turn. Beautiful. Brings us down to Sturdy. That is Choice Banded. That is Choice Banded. Okay, Choice Band Meowscarada. That's great. I honestly love seeing Choice Band Meowscarada. We get a free Ivy Cudgel, probably on Aloe. Yep. Alomomola takes a little bit of damage to this. That's actually quite a lot. That's how we know they're special. They're definitely full special defense. Yeah. That is a lot. I mean, this thing will be very much chipped, man. I mean, I can spiky, force a little bit more chip damage on them. Probably AV in this game. They've got to be. I'm going to spiky. I think we're going to see flip turn, and I'm just going to force more chip. Yep, flip turn. Beautiful. And with a crit here, we just straight up knock them out. A crit here would just straight up knock them out. I think their best play is to just sack something, if I'm going to be honest. Because this thing being in range of Choice Scarf Landorus is terrible for them. But, I mean, if I take this thing out with Gumshoos, then I'm also okay. What are we going to see? And they have to bring out the Meowscarada. Like, I'm forcing chip on it the next time. Because Spiky Shield. And they can't risk the speed tie. We do get Cudgel. We crit them. Huge. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Lando could do it. Lando can totally do this. They bring out the Haxorus. Okay. This is where it gets scary. Because, I mean, this thing could be... first impression. I just Cudgel every time. It doesn't matter. Yep, we just Cudgel. That's huge damage. They Dragon Dance. They will not be able to Dragon Dance again. And I have Choice Scarf in the back, so I'm not worried. I just Cudgel. I just Cudgel here. And it's going to be some mind games with what moves I click in this endgame. Definitely. And how many sacks I have. Right? They might even try DD again on Spiky Shield. If they do that, I'm super, super happy. I would be so happy. Scale shot miss. They miss. Oh man, that's the same percent as that roll earlier, but I did crit them too. That's huge. Haxorus is gone. I would have lost. I would have just lost the game. 100% would have just lost the game. They go Daichi. I mean, I'm just gonna go for my spiky shield. It's my only play here. And then I'll sack this guy. If they U-turn out to Iron Moth, then I just Earth Power. And 2 Earth Powers should take out Meowscarada. If they let it go down, then I sack, and then I U-turn. And I think we might have it. Man, that is very unfortunate to miss that, though. Because that was game ending. If I still had my Keldeo around, I'd be okay with Vac Wave, but I threw it away like a dum-dum, man. If they want to double out here, that's okay. I'm just trying to get as much damage as possible to try to put them into range of double Earth Power. They Flower Trick. So they're just going to be a straight up grass type. Meowscarada. Which is fine. Alright. I just Cudgel. I sack it off. Landorus. Sludge Wave does just straight up knock them out. But I can't go for that. I think I have to, actually. Focus Blast might knock them out, but that's no better. I mean, okay. Gumshoos versus Banded. Gumshoos +1 Flower Trick after rocks always knocks me out. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I think I go out to this guy. And I think if I click U-turn, then I'll be okay. So I'm going to click U-turn. They do stay in. Is that in range of Earth Power? Definitely looks like it to me. Definitely looks like it to me. We're going to go into Purple Rain here. I'm going to sack this Pokemon off. They're not Scarfed. Or they're not Banded. And they only hit twice. Okay. Well, I think I win with Trick Room here because Gumshoos then just cleans up. I don't want to risk it, though. And they're a grass type right now, so I can Psyshock. Yeah, they just Flower Trick now. So they're, they can Sucker Punch me, which will do a lot. Maybe they're just Adamant. Adamant Sucker versus Landorus. It's getting close. Maybe I just go out to Gumshoos here. I think Gumshoos is safe. And they're not +1. We take some rocks. I think after a double edge, I might always be in range of Custap. So I'll go out to it. I don't know. I think this should be okay. Triple Axle can get close to knocking me out, but it doesn't. But I might die after double edge. Come on, Gumshoos! They knock off my Custap. Okay, that's fine. And we're just going to double edge. We're going to pick up the Meow. And then I just Earthquake next turn. I can never miss. They definitely knock me out with Iron Moth, but I think we're just going to clean it up with Lando. Off the back of them missing Scale Shot. If they didn't miss Scale Shot, they would have won. I definitely got really lucky in this game. The game I played earlier, I got really unlucky, so... Oh, man. We're going to finals, I think. I don't know. I don't think they have any way to get around this. Synthfire, this guy definitely dies. I just click EQ here. They've got to attack me. They super die to any attack from Landorus. I was calculating the wrong thing for a second. I was like, oh, they might not die. But yeah, they're 4 times weak. You know, no amount of special defense is going to save you. for my Earth Power from Scarflando. The agility, wow. The agility here. So I would lose, but GUMSHOOS. GUMSHOOS EQ clutches it up. 2-0 victory over Onesie. Great game. I'm really sorry about the hacks. Definitely mattered because you would have won on the spot with Haxorus because I am a bozo. Yeah. Definitely a little bit of a bozo moment from me, but it works out. I really thought that we were going to live the Iron Moth attack, if I'm going to be honest, but potentially they were modest looking at that. Never should have risked it in the first place. Should have just went out to any other Pokemon on my team and been in a good position. But yeah, we're making it to finals. We faced Grum, who we lost to in the regular season. We faced Onesie, who we lost to in the regular season. Guess what? We lost 3 games in the regular season, and there's 3 games in playoffs, and guess who we're facing in the finals? So yeah, that is what it is. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you do, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Show some love to all the other ICP coaches that should be linked in the description. I'll see you in the finals. Peace.